Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Joined by Jeff Holiday.
The highly requested and anticipated Jeff Holiday.
Yes.
The slightly hungover Jeff Holiday.
Yeah.
Slightly. Little bit. Little bit.
Just a smidgen. A bit
yeah. I say that like that's a special occasion. But
yeah,
like
we gotta get the full we gotta get the full Jeff Holiday experience, right?
That's right. That's right. I made sure I was authentic for you guys. So
Dude,
I drank too much last night.
I saw somebody on Twitter, because Animancer made a tweet like, "We're gonna have Jeff Holiday on. It's gonna be awesome." And they're like,
"It was like, really?
For real this time? It's like, it's actually happening now." Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about that. It was really funny too because I have the attention span of a ferret. I can never remember to do anything, so I always tell people like, "You have to remind me. You have to remind me." And then Animancer messaged me. He's like, just a reminder. And I replied to him like, yeah, dude, I'm so set and ready to do this tomorrow. And he's like, no, dude, that happened today.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right, though. We got you on. We got you on.
Yeah.
I've been there. Because, like, you know, I'll have people request that I do collaborations and shit. They're like, oh, yeah, could you, like, read me, like, you know, those lines? Like, could you, like, you know, narrate this video for me? And I'm like, oh, yeah, sure. I just won't do it. You know, like weeks will pass by and they're like, "Hey, man, you know."
Yeah. There's a small group of people that will do voiceovers for each other now and then, but like we know to do it like as soon as we get the request. Like if you have the time right then and there, you do it. Otherwise, like you don't even bother. You know, it's happened.
When you're putting time into YouTube, like a lot of it too, like your time is especially like it's valuable for everyone, but especially for a YouTuber, and you don't always know what's worth your time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's all this pressure to keep up on shit and release content all the time. But you know, when you get extra requests like that, it's like you want to help someone, but you don't know if you can.
Yeah, it could be a bit rough. And like so both me and the wife work from home, but she's got like a job. Like a regular job with a time frame. So for me, since we have a kid, you know, like it's as soon as the kid's at school, I'm working. Like I'm working my ass off. As soon as the kid's home, like work's done, because I'm the one who has the ability to just you know just stop and immediately like take care of the kid. So yeah, it makes it even more of a crunch too.
I'm sure. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's insane, because, like you said, time is crucial when you do YouTube. Because, I mean, like, I do it small time. I have, like, I think it's, like, now 77-something thousand subs. So it's, like, nice. I'm not even, like, a big name. Yeah, it's cool, but I'm not, like, a big name, you know? So, for me, it's, like, you know, time is valuable. Like, I can either invest time into something and have it pay off, or I, you know, just have to say, yeah to all kinds of things.
Right.
Like, a good example is kind of like, you know, a lot of the stuff I do is I'll talk about something going on in like, you know, the Rockstar Games fan base or like, you know, gaming in general. And a lot of the time, like, I'll do something, I'll like begin planning a video, but then like by the time I've done other projects, I'm just kind of like, well, this is old news. This is, you know, not relevant.
Oh, not worth talking about.
Usually. Yeah, so like, fuck this entire video I've been planning and, you know, getting set up, because, like, it's not gonna, you know, matter now.
I call that the Chris Ray Gun syndrome. he and I have talked about that a lot, actually, because he's such a perfectionist, like an immaculate perfectionist.
I can tell.
I can put out a video that I'm like, okay, it's not the best thing in the world ever, but I at least put a lot of effort into it. But I know it's not perfect and there's some problems. But he can't. And by the time like he actually tackles something, because he puts so much fucking work into each one, he's like, it's already irrelevant now. Like nobody gives a shit now. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
To me, it seems kind of like if you want to make it up to the top, like if you want to be like, you know, Philip DeFranco level, you basically have to abandon any good quality you might have, aside from, you know, like charisma. Because it's like, you know, like honesty and consistency and what else? What the fuck else?
The American way. I don't know.
Consistency and topicality, maybe. Being topical.
Well, the problem is though, these days the YouTube algorithm. I mean, it's starting to change a little bit, but it favors like frequent uploads like that.
It does.
You know what I'm starting to notice more on YouTube though is like documentary style videos, like more long form like video essays. Those are starting to get a lot of suggestions and traction and shit, like millions of views.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I think that might be the future.
I do like longer videos now, and what I've noticed is that, like, people, they presume that, you know, you do it because of ad revenue, but, like, you know, that's part of it, but really, it has to do with the fact that YouTube favors, like, longer content now. Like, the longer you can maintain somebody's attention and, you know, make sure that they actually interact with the video, the better you're gonna be off.
Which
like,
makes sense, yeah.
Hence why you see, like, so few animators really, like, make it on YouTube nowadays.
Oh, dude. Oh, my God. The animation YouTube sphere is just an absolute abysmal pit. It is so hard to break out. So fucking hard. Psychic Pebbles, that dude will talk your ear off all about how fucking hard it is. And he made it, but he still struggles with it, you know? Like, it's tough. Yeah, it's weird, too. There are plateaus. And I've noticed these. Somebody told me about them before when they were going up in subscribers, and they told them to me, and I found them as well. Like, there are definitely plateaus where you hit a certain benchmark and YouTube's algorithm will start like pumping your stuff out to more people, like a recommended, you know, this, that, or the other thing.
Yeah.
And it gets to be kind of a slog when you're not at those plateaus. But it just depends. It depends on a lot of shit.
I've also noticed that once you start losing subscribers, it's really hard to gain them back and gain momentum back.
Yes, it is, and I definitely went through that as well.
I know many people who have. So yeah, it sucks.
Well, I haven't, so I win.
Oh shit! Thank you, Singe.
Don't get too political. That's my recommendation for anybody doing YouTube.
Yeah.
Don't get too political because it's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, but I mean, like bringing it back to like animators. What I noticed is that a lot of them noticed the signs when, you know, it began happening, and they like kind of like jumped over to like something else. Like a good example would be like Chris O'Neill, because I mean, like he noticed this, and he's like, okay, you know, I have this following, I can, you know, raise attention to what I do, but it's not gonna last forever, and eventually I'm gonna have to find something a better alternative, something more consistent. And of course, what he went for was like, I'm gonna contact this I don't know what the fuck to call it. Like, you know, like he initially wanted to get into like animation for television. Like that was the thing he wanted to get into. And like YouTube, that's a total fucking nightmare. So I don't know what he's up to now, but I hope all is well. I don't know.
Yeah, it really can be. There was this brilliant guy. I can't remember what his name is. He made me this wonderful After Effects puppet. That, you know, I could keyframe and animate out, like I could do animated videos of myself. Cool. Yeah, and it was brilliant, but I did not understand After Effects nearly well enough. And this poor guy, he spent like 3 weeks making this thing for me, and I've never been able to use it, and I'm heartbroken by it. But it was great. It looked awesome. It's so cool.
Yeah. Sweet.
So what about Randy Stair? Yeah, Randy Stair definitely didn't make it on YouTube, did he?
Ooh. Oh.
Oh my god. Okay.
As I was gonna say though, it's always nice to have like people who follow you and go above and beyond like that. It's really like encouraging. Like the guy who made our fucking intro, that shit's fucking awesome. You know, he didn't have to do that shit, but he did.
Yeah.
And he made another one that we're gonna see later on.
Oh yeah, he did. I have it queued up.
Cool.
Yeah.
I just wanted to mention a few things, and then I guess we can get into the video. So we've kind of changed how we do Streamlabs. If there's a donation above $10, it'll be read out text to speech. If that gets really annoying, maybe we won't do it in the future, but we're giving it a try. And donations above $20, I'll put in the YouTube description, and I won't just put like your username in there if you want. Like you can include a message in there, a link, and as long as it's not like doxing or illegal or something. Yeah, or NSFW or anything like that. Shit that would get us in trouble, then it's cool with me. So, and one other thing, if you're not subscribed to my channel, I'm going to be doing more solo streams there and shit. I always put Underhaven clips on there, and I won't give too much info about this yet, but I'm also planning about doing like a series of interviews on there too. So stay tuned for that.
People like interviews.
They
really
do
like interviews. Yeah.
Yeah, they really do.
I got to interview Ron Miscavige not that long ago. He's the dad of the guy who currently runs Scientology, and that was like way fun. That was just
that sounds like a fun time, man. Yeah, you should check that out.
It's fun. Yeah, that dude's got a hell of a fucking story, dude. I had to escape my son's cult. What the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like Scientology is kind of like a hell of a story, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dude, actually, you know what? Let me find something. Let's just like stall for time, because I gotta find something really fucking insane. I'll play it.
Alright, I'll start juggling. Wait, shit, I'm not on camera. Alright.
Yeah, no, Scientology is crazy because it's not just like, the South Park episode revealed how wacky their beliefs are.
Yeah.
But it's not really just that. It's like, so in the process of them trying to get tax exempt status, they not only were doing some shady shit with their taxes, they actually installed Scientology agents into the IRS. Like, they got people.
Whoa.
Yeah, they prepped people up and trained them and got them schooling specifically to infiltrate the fucking federal government. And those people are in jail. But still, they got their tax-exempt status. So
I feel like that's as close as you can get to, like, the occult Illuminati, you know?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. That's some evil empire shit,
It is. Actually, okay, so I found it. So this is Nancy Cartwright, who voice acts, I should say, Bart Simpson. So she got into Scientology. Yeah, this is a phone call she left on I don't know what the fuck was up with this. I think she like left random voicemails on people's answering machines.
Yeah.
Basically like attempting to recruit them to Scientology.
Yeah, by being boring. Yeah.
And actually, like, before I play it, I just want to point this out. Like, Fox News, or not Fox News, the fucking, like the whatever company owns The Simpsons. Like, they used to go... Yeah, they used to go around. Well, I think it was like some studio behind production or some shit like that. But, they used to go around on YouTube DMCAing people's uploads of this.
Wow.
So like, it was actually like an attempt at silencing this, because like they knew like she fucked up. This would not look good at all.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, I'll play it. It's only like a minute long. I don't know if we'll listen through the whole thing, but here we go.
I've heard it before, but I could hear it a million times. So.
All right.
Hey, what's happening, man? This is Bart Simpson.
Oh, God.
Just kidding. Don't hang up. This is Nancy Cartwright, and this is a very special phone call to
Thank you.
I'm now auditing on new OT7, and have been asked to speak at the Flag World Tour event on January 31st in the Grand Ballroom at the Hollywood and Highland Center.
Yeah, so OT7, that's a level in Scientology, I believe.
Yeah, no, it is. That's above clear.
Yeah. Jeff, is this your first time hearing this?
Yeah, no, I've never heard this before. That's wild.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's thank you. It never fucks. It never like fails to like fuck me up in a sense, because it's like it kicks off with the fucking Bart Simpson laugh, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
That's spooky shit. Well,
It's
so
creepy.
like the ranks in Scientology, they go up and up and up until you get to clear, and clear is where you've actually purged all the body thetans out of your system, I believe. Like you've completely washed, or no, haven't gotten rid of your body thetans. You've gotten rid of all of the like negativity from normal life, and you're now clear. And then it goes OT1 all the way up to like I think it's like OT9 or something. She says she's OT6. OT5 is where you learn about Lord Xenu and the fucking golden DC-10 airplane shuffling.
See, like that's when you're like thousands of dollars into this.
Yeah.
And at that point, like, what are you gonna do? Yeah. I mean, like, this is something that focuses heavily on people in the entertainment industry. Like, people, big fucking names. Tom Cruise, Nancy Cartwright, people like that. So, like, at this point, it's like, do I back out? And if I do, like, what the fuck's gonna happen?
So Bart Simpson believes in Lord Xenu and spirit volcanoes. What the fuck?
Yeah.
At 6:30 p.m. It's gonna be a blast, man.
Oh my god!
As a solo NOS auditor.
Oh, okay, hold on. I gotta show this. So, yeah.
Right. What the fuck, man?
IMPTS. Oh, that's a Scientology thing. That's a potential trouble source. I think that's what it means. So it's basically like Bart Simpson is like antithetical to like the idea Scientology holds, which is like.
What the fuck?
I fucking guess. I mean, I've never thought about that.
I don't get it.
This
is Bart Simpson.
It's Nancy Cartwright. That's what it is.
Yeah. Oh man, I hate it.
And suffice to say, she never did anything like this ever again.
She did
probably a good idea.
Yeah. So I'll play the rest, and I don't know if there's anything else to it, but we'll see.
And to see the Golden Era film presentation of Flag, the Mecca of Technical Perfection. I hope you can make it, man. To confirm for the Flag event, please call us back at 888-841-7131. That's 888-841-7131. See you there, man.
How long ago did this happen?
I think 9 years ago, something like that.
Wow.
This is like old school YouTube. So back then, you know, like the DMCA system was as faulty as it is now back then. So of course, you know, like Fox or whatever other organization behind the DMCAs, they looked at this and they're like, this is not good for the Simpson brand or us.
Right.
Simpson, yeah, it's true.
This is wonderful. I'm kind of curious if, like, I know John Travolta was on The Simpsons. I wonder if Tom Cruise is ever on there.
Maybe.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, like,
it's crazy.
Another person in animation was I don't remember his name, but the guy who voice acted Chef in South Park.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Isaac Hayes.
Oh yeah. He ended up leaving the show. Like, they had to, like, sentence mix his fucking previous takes to, like, get him to actually voice the character.
Mm-hmm. That's wild, dude. God damn. Fucking Scientology. It's bizarre. It's bizarre shit, man. It's absolutely weird. And, you know, what's so fascinating about it, too, is, like, now that everything's out in the open, and, like, A&E's top show right now for the past 2 years running has been Leah Remini's Life After Scientology, I think is the name of it. Like, that's A&E's top fucking show. Like, it's no longer even, like, just kind of hushed up anymore. It's out. It's big. It's like, you know, the world knows exactly how fucked Scientology actually is. Which I think is probably why I haven't gotten harassed yet for hanging out with Ron, which is nice. It's really nice. I don't really need any more people out for my fucking blood. So, you know, it's just crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I
was not expecting that today.
But well, there you have it. Hopefully you enjoyed it.
The Ryan Johnson segment. All right,
let's get into it.
I continue to believe
let's get into
the left stole the election. I continue to believe that the left stole the 2018.
This is crazy.
I know this name, Wayne Allen Root. I know him for some reason.
This is a right-wing watch clip. That might be why. If you ever take a look at what they post.
I tend
to look at their shit. Yeah, pretty often. Yeah.
Midterm election in so many states around the country. And it's just amazing to me First of all, Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton opened their tour in Toronto, Canada, to a fairly empty room last night. I mean, three-quarters of the room was empty. One quarter had people filling seats. They probably paid them to show up.
You mean to tell me people don't like the Clintons anymore? Whoa, what a revelation.
Yeah. Is that really a shocker to anybody?
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
And so I just have a hard time believing no one ever showed up to any of the rallies.
Why?
I don't mean the Clintons. I mean any Democrat rallies. I mean Obama's rallies. I mean Joe Biden's rallies.
Oh, you mean to tell me that people don't like this?
Pokemon go to the polls.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I do remember why. I just looked him up. He was one of the main dudes who was saying that that Barack Obama was he was one of the birthers about Barack Obama.
Yeah.
And the other one was during that Unite the Right rally, the Charlottesville thing. He was the guy who claimed that that dude, that white supremacist dude who ran over that lady, was actually a paid actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a hell of a stunt.
Mm-hmm. He even said, and I quote, "No conservative I've ever met commits violence ever." Really?
Oh, really? Never.
Not even like swat a fly, you know? Just like, okay, they have all like embraced just like pure Buddhism. All
yeah,
right.
Germany and Italy never had any issues with anything at all.
Yeah.
We're empty all over the country. And Trump, constantly gets out 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, 30,000 people. Kind of amazing. Long lines. People are willing to wait 24 hours, 12 hours, 8 hours, hot sun, freezing cold, nasty rain to see Donald Trump. It's an event of a lifetime. It's like a Billy
I'm pretty sure if Trump being sworn in signifies anything, weren't there like way more people there for Obama than Trump?
That one's still clearly hotly contested. I never actually.
Oh, really?
I never really figured out which one actually had more. But I mean, there'd been political rallies in DC since then and constantly for various other reasons that are bigger than inaugurations. Like That's true. It's pretty common, that DC gets packed full of fucking people for all sorts of shit.
A revival meeting for the 1950s. And yet nobody comes out to see the Clintons, the Obamas, the Bidens, or any Democratic candidate.
Obamas?
The Obamas.
I don't think he's running. I think that he's done. I think that he moved on.
Well, he still does like rallies to try and get the Democratic base enthused.
Oh yeah.
About whoever's gonna prop up.
Speaking of Obama, you want to see my beer coaster that I have in my studio here?
Oh my god. I mean,
nice.
Bitch, please. Oh my god, that's great.
Yeah.
That's like something out of a Rucka Ali video.
Yeah, I love Rucka.
Yeah,
Barry from down the block. I still like Barry from down the block.
Sweet.
I do. He did some shitty things that I absolutely don't agree with, but I still liked him. Still like them.
Yeah, I got you. I know how you feel.
Convincing me that you beat us and won all those House seats fair and square, even though we were ahead in, I don't know, at this point, I think 25 or more seats that we wound up losing. On election night, 25 seats we were ahead, and then they just took them because magical ballots appeared.
He thinks that there's a conspiracy here, and that Democrats didn't actually win.
Of course he does. He's got like the typical conspiracy setup. They all do the same fucking thing.
Yeah, even though the GOP is still, in control of a lot of fucking shit. They're just not, it's all a conspiracy. It must not be true because those Democrats don't get any enthusiasm behind them. I mean, look, people aren't going to see them in Canada. Can you believe that? Notice how he uses a Canadian rally as an example. Like, who the fuck's gonna give about? Who can you care about them?
Because like a lot of people fucking consider Canada to be like the United States, like public beta testing or some shit like that.
Well, it is its hat. It is America's hat. But okay. All right, I think that there's also something going on here. So maybe Mr. Rote here is correct in that at a lot of these Democrat rallies, they don't have the numbers like the people in the Republican Party do. He might be right. He might be 100% correct. Maybe it's just that people who support Democratic candidates have better shit to do and don't fetishize their politicians as much. Maybe.
It is true.
I don't know for sure. I can't make a declarative statement for sure, but like, I mean, I've never gone to a fucking rally for a candidate. I've gone to a protest, but I've never gone to a fucking rally. Like, nah.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. At the same time that's happening, anti-Trump Murphy Brown's new series was canceled after 1 season. I believe, I don't have it in front of me, but I seem to vaguely remember. I just read a week ago.
Oh
And I
shit,
forgot to.
Egghead's in the chat.
Hey, what's up, Egghead?
Hey.
The Bible?
The Bible?
Bible?
Oh,
The
man.
Bible? The Bible?
Yeah, how do you feel about that, Egghead?
I tried to. Okay, so I tried to do something on Twitch. I didn't know that the always on category, you can't use it. Like, only approved channels are allowed to use always on, because it's for things like Riff Tracks or Bob Ross or whatever.
Mhm.
But I didn't know that, and how I found that out was I went live using that tag, and I was just playing that Egghead clip on repeat over and over and over. And it took them like 6 minutes before they were like, "Hey, you have to jump off this like right now." I'm like, "Oh shit, I'm sorry."
The Bible. Great.
It's a Bible study. Come on.
Thank you, Banana and Leo.
I love Egghead.
Fucking
He's a great
kill me with this shit. Jesus Christ.
On the show, I believe Roseanne Barr's. That's funny. I talk so loud, so forcefully that my
Take out
Siri
the
comes on my iPhone without me asking a question all the time. This happens usually.
Turn off your
3 or
phone
4
when you're recording, you dumbass.
Does it not bother him that, like, his phone is constantly listening to the shit he says? Like, I buy into conspiracy theories, but I'm not gonna, like, I'm not gonna care about my phone fucking listening into the shit I'm saying.
Uh-huh. That's a good point. That's a really damn good point. What the fuck? Like, I've got AIs all around in my fucking house. I have like a shit ton of those Amazon Echo devices, like all over the place. My phone, and things are constantly listening to me. I don't care. I don't care. I talk sexy to him just in case, you know, the NSA is listening to me. Like, but I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I don't make my money doing that. It wouldn't make sense that he's cool with it. That's so weird.
times a week.
It's almost like he's full of shit. I don't know.
Has been canceled, or it's on the verge of being canceled. Horrible ratings. So every time they take something conservative, they turn it to liberal, Roseanne, or they put something liberal on the air, Murphy Brown, that just bashes Trump from the beginning of the show to the end of the show. Nobody tunes in to watch it. It dies a quick death and it's gone. And so you're telling me it's a democratic nation? You're telling me it's a liberal nation? You're telling me liberals are winning elections when nobody shows up at their events and nobody watches their TV shows? And then you put on...
Oh, no one's watching liberal shows, so that must determine the political climate of our country. I mean, to some extent, I mean, there's truth to it, but, I mean, what... This guy is still trying to imply that there's, like, some huge conspiracy behind this, which none of this proves that there would be.
Right. Yeah, it's all posturing.
There are plenty of people on the left who are very fed up with the current administration, and a lot of it with good reason, you know?
Well, there's a lot of people on the right who are fed up with the current administration as well.
That's very true. That's very true.
You know, there's definitely a huge chunk of people who are registered Democrats, registered independents, who usually vote very liberal, and they cannot fucking stand the current status quo in the Democrat Party. And I think the people who are winning primaries in the Democratic, like in the House, the people who won the primaries to even run, that kind of reflects that. You know, establishment, corporatist Democrats aren't really in favor anymore. So everything's getting all shooken up. It's interesting.
Yeah. I think we're gonna move on. Actually, I should have played the conspiracy intro before we had it dove into this, but I guess I'll play it now.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I thought that was a fantastic video.
Oh, shit, it's Pit Monk. That's terrifying, Swag.
It is.
It is. Oh, shit, it's Kent Hogan.
Extra-dimensional beings that, they are not what they claim to be.
Conspiracy kooks.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It is.
Great.
Fucking Mario.
So this is why Ryan Dunn was killed.
Oh,
so it's kind of old.
my
It's kind of old, but I found it recently, so I'll just play it.
A great start to a video.
Jared here. So I want to talk about something serious today, the death of Ryan Dunn and why he was an Illuminati sacrifice.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you guys reasons as to why this was, and who I personally believe called the sacrifice. Now, some people are probably going to get extremely butthurt over what I'm saying, but the simple truth is this kind of stuff happens all the time.
Oh, sorry, my finger slipped.
I wish I could say it was rare, but celebrities and people like that get murdered all the time. They have hits by the Illuminati.
I gotta say, I think I'm in love with this man. I mean, his aesthetic is amazing. He's got this helmet head. I can't be bothered to get a haircut style hair. He's got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle tank top, a crucifix, and then the seashell necklace. My God.
Yeah,
how
when
much pussy does this dude swim in?
Let me take like every bad aspect of fashion from any generation I can find and just like combine it into this amalgamation of horse shit, and that's gonna be my dress.
When I first watched one of this guy's videos, I was like, I feel like he put extra attention and detail in trying to make it look as terrible as possible in the background.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like everything is a fucking mess. Literally everything is a fucking mess and looks terrible.
Yeah, I don't want to be all Jordan Peterson or anything, but like, clean your room, bucko. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, come on.
Sick organization that controls Hollywood. And, you know, Jackass and Ryan Dunn and all those people, they were at a Hollywood status level. So shit like that was very likely to happen to them.
Were they occultists too?
So what happened with Jackass...
Probably.
Yeah, I think he'll get into that.
Is basically this. They got to a point they reached, like a pinnacle, where they weren't doing as well, I guess, as they thought they could be. And when you get to that kind of point, then you get desperate and you do things that, you know, you normally wouldn't do. So what happened was basically someone in the Jackass crew actually called a hit. An Illuminati sacrifice.
Oh my, no!
Yeah, okay, so like Jackass, you know, they had their show, made a fuck ton of money by having like several huge hit movies release. But they... It's like fucking like Dead Rising at the end, where it's like, and yet he complained that his belly was not full. So like they fucking sent out like they sent out a hit to like kill Ryan Dunn. Somebody at Jackass, probably like Johnny Knoxville or Bam Margera did it.
I like too how he frames it as like an Illuminati sacrifice. That's wonderful. Yeah. That's so great. I mean that just seems like kind of a shitty excuse though. Like we're just not making as much money. So we're gonna have the Illuminati sacrifice Ryan Dunn. Like I'd try and, if I was a conspiracy theorist, I'd try and make this more compelling. Obviously, I'd put more effort in than this Adonis here.
Yeah, he seems to put effort into nothing. But
right, like say he was gonna whistle blow on like Epstein's Pedo Express airplane thing, you know?
Yeah,
like that would actually be interesting. That makes sense, but you know. Our numbers are down. Gotta go, Ryan. Sorry. Drew the short straw.
And this is like post Jackass too. So this is not even like during the filming of you know, like the final movie they made. So like how the fuck would this benefit Jackass at all? It's like a comedy group, if you want to call them that. Why am I fucking like searching for logic in any of this?
I don't know. I love
I don't know,
pause,
man.
though. This is a great pause.
It is.
Yeah, this is this guy in like, you know, his usual everyday life. His like default expression, right?
Yeah, he used to call himself, what was it, Xbox Jared? And now it's like Brother Jared. Because he found Jesus, so...
Yeah, he found Sony. Oh no, I guess you're right.
Brother Jared.
I'm
in love with this
Donatello.
dude.
You can call an Illuminati sacrifice if you're doing bad, you know, like if you messed up and, you know, you're being punished by the Illuminati or whatever, you can call a hit.
Whatever.
Or if you want more fame, then you can do that. It's a very sick thing, and it's basically, you know, demon worship. That's what this is, man. Hollywood is run by demons. Read a book.
Hollywood is run by demons.
Come on, Squaker, read a book. If you read a book, then you'll understand. Just read any book.
I don't know. I recently got done reading through Napalm and Silly Putty, and there's like no chapter in that about demons in Hollywood. So I don't know, man.
Yeah,
dude. Okay, I'm clicking through this dude's channel too, and like he's got a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles hat, a green Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles tank top, a Mighty
He's got
Morphin.
the tism. Clearly.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know, but like his room never changes either, and his bed is nothing but like pieces of foam. This is awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny too because it's like I think there's a verse in the Bible about having idols, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like surrounding yourself with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles paraphernalia. I don't know if that's really like, you know.
I bet this guy gets laid all the time.
Okay.
I don't see a waifu pillow in there.
His dog doesn't count, Damon.
Oof.
No. Yeah.
Oh wow, no, now he's got his new channel is Jared Genesis.
No.
Yeah, oh my god.
No.
Oh my god.
And now he plays Sega Genesis instead, right?
This hair of his. Holy freaking shit, man. Okay, hang on.
Send it to me on Discord. I'll pull it up.
Yeah. Oh wow, this is magnificent. Yeah, here.
Because like the last time we checked out his videos, like it was like leaning towards the left. It looked like a pile of clay melting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, let's see.
This is magnificent. Holy shit.
Hey, wait a minute. What's going on here? There we go. Wait, what happened to?
Is that fucking hair, dude?
Oh no! Wait, is he all right now? Oh shit! Is he a Richard Spencer fanboy?
All right, so I knew that Chris probably wouldn't stop because he is a sociopath.
No! Pause. I can't take this seriously. I can't. Wait, now he's got some drums in the background. What the fuck's happened? What has happened? You still got Raphael chilling in the background, though.
Wow.
He has every symptom of sociopathy. Basically, what happened with me and Chris is simply this.
Okay, I do not care about anything he has to say. I wanted to like absorb this and be like, this person exists. Got it.
Oh, yeah.
I've already gotten radiation poisoning in the form of stupid from this guy.
He's very prolific. He makes like 4 videos a day sometimes.
No.
Yeah. This is wild. Holy shit. And he wears the same fucking t-shirt for weeks.
No. No.
Okay.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. All I can say is thank you. Thank you very much.
What is this?
Oh, fun.
Let's get into it.
Oh, dude, I was expecting evil must be punished at the end.
Oh shit.
That would have been awesome.
No, let's get into it. Let's get it.
And then once their 2-year term is up, they can do whatever the fuck they want. But they need to be interned for 2 years. Well, why 2 years, Vaughn? Because 2 years ensures that whatever
Jeff has to
connections
take
that
off
they
his
might
glasses for this.
have, they just
I want
go away
to
nothing.
study his mouth.
Oh man, that's the last thing I want to.
I recently checked out Red Dead Online, and like you know like how they have like preset characters.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I got Vaughn. I'm not kidding. Like, like the fucking back slick hair, like the Bill Maher kind of face, overweight, no teeth. I got fucking Von Helton.
What? Are you shitting me, dude?
Nice.
Man, he cast a spell on you, Swegta. He's watching. He's watching.
Turn to dust.
You wish Brett Keane was like this? Could you pause for a sec? You know what? We should actually post that poll if you have it after this video.
Which one?
Because we had a poll that we took earlier in the show's history asking people if they thought Von Helton or Brett Keane was more pathetic. And only one person said Von Helton, and I feel like now it would be different.
Ooh, yeah. I mean,
what do you think, Jeff?
The thing is, well, you have to kind of break it down a little bit. Von is cleaner than Brett. He
plays second fiddle to Brett, right?
He plays second fiddle to Brett. And also the thing is, though, like, he's cleaner and I think he's better spoken than Brett in a weird way. But Brett has a family. Like, Brett actually did get laid. You could prove that Brett did procreate and got laid. So
didn't Von Helton as well? He had a wife and kids.
Did he?
Yeah, he does.
I don't know.
He does.
So the link is in the chat. So
Pokemon, go to the polls.
Yeah, do
Pokemon, go to the polls. And we'll check out the results of this on the next episode that we do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to fucking think about this one. Damn it.
I know it does require some serious thinking,
folks.
Unlike Vaughn.
As far as I know, though, Vaughn's never tried to like get anybody kicked off YouTube, though. As far as I know,
it would not surprise me if he did.
Vaughn's done some pretty shitty things, like call his detractors domestic terrorists and shit like that.
That's pretty bad.
And yeah. I don't know though. Maybe, but I don't want to say that he has if he hasn't. So.
Right.
We are in a fight for our very lives. This is
only the Punisher can save us.
This is not a joke. And puke bags.
It is actually. If you're making like a video from the fucking comfort of your home, like in a trailer somewhere, like you're not in a fight. You're just at home making a video.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
But he thinks all these secret agencies are trying to recruit him and shit, even though he sits on his ass all day. I talked to Singe earlier, who is the guy who made our intro, and thank you very much for that. But we were talking, and I was like, this is way more epic than anything that deserves to be relating to Von Helton should be, but it's still great. And he said, I think the epic music really complements him sitting around all day, And I was like, yep, oh yeah, totally. Fits perfectly. In Von Helton's mind, anyway. But
smarmy-ass liberals are going to have to sit their fucking ass down and let us conservatives do what we do best.
Oh, shit.
Which is kicking ass.
The only ass you kicked is your own. You jumped up, you got with life, and you kicked your own ass. You did a boot party on your own fucking life. What the fuck is wrong with you? I swear to God.
By the way, that wife and that Von Helton had, he's no longer with her. So she got tired of his ass pretty quickly. Say what you want about Brett Keane, but his wife sticks with him.
Well, she's fucking trained. Bam!
I'm here to kick ass and gum steak, and I'm all out of ass.
These people don't play. All them Muslims up in Dearborn, Michigan acting like they're your friend, they're not your friend. It says right in the goddamn Quran, take neither the Christian, the Jew, the pagan, or the atheist as a friend.
Can I hear that again?
Yeah, sure. If you're gonna criticize something, it's a good idea to know how to, like, enunciate it properly.
Oh, shit!
What the hell?
Did you see that? Yeah.
I
was only following orders.
I want to see if I can do this. Hang on. Let me see if I can do this.
That's epic. That is epic. Someone take a screenshot of that. Someone take a screenshot of that.
Dearborn, Michigan, acting like they're your friend, they're not your friend. It says right in the goddamn Quran, take neither the Christian, the Jew, the pagan, or the atheist as a friend.
That's even worse than Brett Keane.
I love eating crayons.
Yeah, he did learn about Islam from Brett Keane.
And they never have been.
What a reliable source of information.
They're not even supposed to fucking be here. They're supposed to be in the land of peace, ain't they? Yeah. Well, what is the land of peace? The land of peace is Muslim countries.
And what is the the land of the free? But like the location with the highest prison population per capita? Oh yeah. It's almost like a calling things, you know, like fancy names doesn't mean that they actually are those things. You know, it's kind of like people just pull things out of their ass sometimes.
Hey, I'll have you know that he does have real crushed red velvet. Okay. Yeah.
That's fine.
Man. I think it would be wonderful. Like, so Inglorious Samuel, you just made me think of this. It would be amazing to take Von Helton clips and submit them to TikTok and see what kids do with it.
Yeah. Oh
that
my
would be
God.
fucking great.
I feel like they would uninstall the app.
Yeah, instantly.
They're not even supposed to fucking be here. So why are they here? They're here
I feel
to
like
wage jihad.
TikTok would pay Von Helton to be like an anti-sponsor. Like, please never be on our service or ever talk about our service ever again, and we'll give you money for the rest of your life.
Motherfucker. Now, like I said in a previous video, some jihad is by stealth, some jihad is out in the open, chopping off heads. But it's all jihad. It is all for the purpose of conquering non-Muslim countries for Allah. That's the whole point of it. That's why the Muslims are here. They're not here to be your friend. They're not here to be Americans. And they're not here to be Americans. Muslims keep to themselves. They don't.
You mean white people, right, Vaughn?
Yeah, I mean, like, I haven't really been watching Vaughn as much as like you guys or Ben or anything. But has he said? I mean, like, obviously he's an Islamophobe. Blah, 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 blah. But has he said anything like overtly fucking racist?
No, not overtly.
Okay.
I've only gotten undertones from him occasionally in some videos I've watched, but no, he doesn't seem like.
Okay.
I mean, like, I think the closest thing is like the previous video we covered, where like he said that people, I think it's like people from Mexico or something like that. They're coming here because like they're just pawns. That's it. They have like they're like brainwashed. They don't know what they're doing. They're just like, you know, empty-headed.
That was very weird.
But I don't know if that's like racist, really. Like that's just kind of like
it's just another of his conspiracy
xenophobic
theories, I think.
in a way.
But yeah. That's what it is. Vaughn's this big nationalist.
Why do you think that is?
Or pretends to
man. Use your brain. Use your brain.
This coming from Von Helton.
They're nice to me, and they don't bother me. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay. You know, believe what you want. They did the same thing to the Serbian Christians in Kosovo. Oh, we're your friend. We're not going to hurt you. We're not going to do anything to you. Well, what happened in Kosovo? They put a knife to the man's throat and made him watch as they raped and murdered his wife and daughters.
No, Vaughn was there. He was actually doing the raping, so he can attest to
it. Okay, I didn't know that.
I mean, it's entirely possible. It's entirely possible. I mean, because, like, all right, we get it. The Middle East is a shithole, and it is. It is. Aside from like very specific areas, the Middle East right now is pretty much a shithole. Jordan's actually kind of doing pretty well, but yeah, okay, of course, people do like barbaric and horrible fucking things. They do them in the name of their fucking god. They've been doing that for fucking thousands and thousands of years, dude. Of course they do. But just like, you know, not every Christian's running around trying to fucking stone people to death or sell their daughters into sex slavery, means that also eventually, hopefully it will be completely and utterly abominable within the Muslim religion to do these terrible things too. And in America, American Muslims, it is absolutely abominable to do that kind of shit. I mean, if for fuck's sake, dude, like you never really think of like Buddhism as a violent religion, but you've got Buddhists over in Southeast Asia who are fucking massacring people for religious reasons too. Like, it's just so
and it's
dumb.
funny too, because like, you know, he's dismissing the fact that Christianity has a lot of responsibility for that kind of shit too.
Oh
like,
yeah.
You don't have to look far to find that kind of shit, and I feel like if you actually thought about it, you know, use your brain, as he put it, maybe he'll find the root of that problem. Maybe leading people by superstition and brainwashing them is, you know, a bad thing, and it's actually dangerous.
Nah.
Yeah, but he's not gonna give a shit about that.
Yeah, no. You know, Singe in the chat said, "I wish Vaughn would do an extensive video about the legions of gods that he's created." Well, here's the thing. That's the thing about Vaughn. He gets very vague about his shit because his gods are whatever he wants them to be that day. That's how Vaughn works. He just wants to believe in something. So what he believes in changes all the time. I believe he said in a video that he has a pantheon of gods and he doesn't even know what it is. You know?
It's kind of like an odd worship, isn't it? It's like, I'm gonna worship this thing, but I can't identify it. I don't know what it is, but I worship it.
Somebody was asking, like, you know, where are these Buddhist extremists? Myanmar, and it's going on right now, actually. Still, they have been slaughtering the Rohingya Muslims. Actually, it's been going on for a long fucking time too.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it's fucked up, man. It's really fucked up.
Those fucking Buddhists. No one talks about them.
Mm-hmm.
No one talks about. It's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
This is the doctor who changed the future of the human race and let the world know on YouTube. White stunned the scientific community with the claim he pushed the boundary no one else had.
A line has been crossed that should not have been crossed.
It's very disturbing. It's inappropriate.
Oh, this is huge.
I hate that shit. Like, there's always like some fucking story on the news where it's like, it's inappropriate. It's like, God, is anything fucking appropriate? Any advancement in science whatsoever? Is it all just deemed unsuitable?
It's
really,
I mean,
this really is the fake news segment.
There are some definite concerns on, like, you know, gene editing in people and whatnot, but it's the public reaction, and especially the media reaction to anything scientific, is usually abominable. It's fucking awful.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't care for the phrasing there. That's my issue. It's like inappropriate. Like, by what fucking standard? What, you're just indignant that this is happening, so therefore it shouldn't be happening? Like, can you provide any further explanation to it? I mean, like, to me it seems like people are just pissed off and that's it. No reason, no rhyme, just like, I don't like this.
Fuck it, fucking thing sucks.
So, also well, I mean, let's watch it a little bit more because we haven't really gotten like the story yet.
He says he genetically edited human embryos, not just for research but for implantation, leading to the world's first births of genetically altered humans, baby girls born in China from embryos designed to be resistant to HIV.
For this
How evil!
Case, I feel proud, actually.
The tool used by He, called CRISPR, is found in labs around the world.
It gives us the precise way of cutting the gene or putting a new piece of gene in.
It's often used by researchers trying to treat incurable diseases.
The method itself is very easy.
So, the co-creator of CRISPR, which CRISPR is an incredible tool. It's an amazing breakthrough in biomedical technology. But this woman, Jennifer Doudna, she responded to this story, and I think her take on it is pretty good. This dude announced that he did this on YouTube, first of all. It wasn't published in a paper. It wasn't published in a journal at all. It wasn't his experiment, as far as anybody is aware, has not been peer-reviewed in any fucking way. The entire thing might be a completely made-up story, or it might be real. It might. You don't really necessarily know. So jumping to conclusions is kind of ridiculous. Like the media obviously already does. But her thing that she was trying to say, I think this is probably the most important part of it. CRISPR is not really designed for this. And it also really should be only used as a last resort if nothing else can be done. Because like we are actually talking about genetically modifying people. Because that's what it is. Like, that it is a gene editing tool. So making designer babies, like, there are huge ethical problems with that. So yeah, I mean, in HIV, wouldn't it be easier to instead tackle the fucking virus itself? Because much like we eradicated polio for the most part, we could do the same thing with HIV. We just have to have the will and the resources to fucking do it. We don't have to resort to just like genetically modifying fucking fetuses. It just seems inappropriate.
Sure. Yeah. Like, my stance on this is like, I think it's gonna happen eventually, regardless of, like, you know, how upset people are about it. You know, like, putting the ethical shit aside, it's gonna happen. So my take on that is like, well, I'm accepting this as like, you know, a future fact.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So that's my take on it. Whether or not it has happened yet, like I'm just responding to like how people feel about it. You know, just
there's gonna be a future where like, you know, you go in for your baby's checkup, you know, your fetus's checkup, and they'll be like, so what color do you want their eyes to be? Like that's gonna happen. That is the future. Like we will, and it will eventually get accepted to the point where that will be something that people will do.
Crazy.
You know.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's nuts.
Yeah.
I don't know. And why didn't he do this on like a goat, or like a cat?
I know.
Cats have FIV, which is very, very similar to HIV. Like, why didn't he do it on a cat first to prove that he could?
Yeah, or like a chimpanzee or something, like something that can actually contract HIV.
Right.
Or something similar. Yeah.
I
mean, like, to me, it's like, you know, I accept this, but it's gonna be fucking insane how, essentially, it's gonna come down to, like, people playing The Sims, you know, when it comes to, like, designing their fucking kids.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to me,
Brave New World.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about it, honestly. I'm not, like, repulsed by it, but I'm just concerned.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see any issue with it as long as it's, you know, safe.
Done responsibly.
Yeah.
I mean,
there are going to be exceptions to that.
I know. That's my concern.
I'm a futurist by belief. Like I'm when people ask me like, well, what are your political alignments? I'm like, I'm in it for the species, guys. I don't really care about politics. I'm in it for the species. I'm in it for the future. So obviously, like I'm excited about CRISPR and the idea of being able to make, you know, to be able to use CRISPR to eliminate things like Turner syndrome or chromosomal defects and things like that, I think is a wonderful idea.
Exactly.
But yeah, like some lackadaisical, like, you know, I just I bred a couple of designer twins. YOLO,
yeah.
Like, so weird. It's weird.
Yeah, because, you know, I just don't want it to go down the route where it's like people like picking dog breeds, you know? Like, it shouldn't be like that. It should not be.
You can use it, everybody can use it now.
Leaders in the field of gene editing have collectively agreed it's too early to implant edited embryos in humans because of the risks, the unknowns, and the ethical questions about altering humankind.
Has that ever stopped anyone, really? I mean, like, it's a valid point, but has it really precluded any advancements so far?
Right. I mean, you know, one thing we're gonna have to start using it for, though, is if we get serious about space exploration, like CRISPR and using gene editing methods might be integral to being able to do it. Because I mean, you know, you go up into space for a year, you lose a fuck ton of bone mass, like a buttload, and it's really hard to gain that back because our bodies aren't designed for 0G, you know. So maybe that might be something that we need.
It's true.
Hinge of human history.
William Hurlbut is a leading American bioethicist who teaches at Stanford University. In the months before the news broke, Dr. He consulted with him.
Every time we met together, we would talk about the seriousness of the issues and in a sort of stepwise way what you had to do to make sure that it was done right. But when I heard that there were live-born children from it, I thought, oh my gosh, he just jumped ahead.
Hurlbut knew nothing of the plans to implant edited human embryos. Dr. He studied at Stanford as a postdoctoral fellow where he worked with leading researchers. Hurlbut describes him as smart, but perhaps too trusting.
Dude, if there's anything that's gonna kickstart the zombie apocalypse, it's this. I'm just convinced.
Yeah. Oh,
this is like some Gattaca shit, you know? That's if you've seen that movie, it's a fucking crazy movie that's like this is Gattaca right here. It's wild.
That's fucked up, man.
Of his own wisdom.
It's gonna be like in I Am Legend.
And he's from a small rural community in China.
He's research has been shut down by Chinese authorities. It's also raised questions about whether there will be a rash of new regulations to stymie scientific development, or if scientists can regulate themselves.
We all want to be first, right? I mean, this is where you really feel that you're making a huge difference and you're getting recognition. But I think in this particular case, the outcry from the community is so huge that I think will slow things down.
That's how it is with every scientific development, and you know.
Well, I mean, you know, it's funny too. I'm getting echoes a little bit from this of like, I remember I was watching this TV show, maybe it's a documentary. I can't remember exactly what it was. They were talking about doomsday scenarios, and they started talking about AI, you know, Skynet, Terminator, that kind of thing. And there was this dude, and he's an artificial intelligence researcher, and he's like, yeah, people will ask me, you know, if working on this, I run the possibility of creating a murderous, humanity destroying AI. Is that even going to stop me? And I just have to smile and laugh and be like, yeah, no, not at all. I'm gonna keep doing it. Deal with it. That's the risk we run. Wow. Like, are you serious? Like,
yeah, but even then, it's like, you know, if he resigned and he's like, okay, that's a valid point, I'm gonna back away from this. Somebody else would just do it. Because I mean, like, the market forces are demanding that. Because it's good for efficiency when it comes to, like, YouTube's a good example. That's like a website that heavily fucking relies on AI. You know, and it's not just about corporations. It's about, you know, like, goods and services and bettering the community. So of course there's going to be a financial demand for developments in that. So like, even if he backs away from it, somebody else is going to fill in his place and just like take the fucking money that he could make from it.
Absolutely agree.
Stoked fears about the future.
I think we're done with this. I think we're going to move on to one final video, and then we'll call it quits.
Yeah, we'll fap it up.
Gotta fap it up.
Fap it up.
Okay. I'm looking at like my video folder. It's full of bullshit.
Oh, hey, isn't that every episode? Like,
yeah. Oh, how about this? This is fucking nuts. So, a man I don't know if you guys saw this, but a dude fucking pulled a gun on some, I think, Muslim students at a McDonald's in Minnesota.
Uh-oh, I didn't hear about this at all.
Yeah, and the fucking, okay, like the manager at this place kicks him out like while this is happening, too. Oh shit! Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Hey, I fell with my friends. What's up? Oh, whoa! Hey, everybody, yo, he has a gun. Wallah has a gun. He has a gun.
What's going on?
Wallah has a gun.
Oh shit, a Muslim.
I understand that. I want everyone out of my store now. He has a gun. I don't give a fuck. Get out of my store.
Yeah, this is great for McDonald's, isn't it?
Is that a McDonald's worker? Yeah.
Yeah, you used to have like Ronald McDonald. Now you have like this cunt sending people out to like their sure death. Yeah.
That is fucked up.
I think this lady is actually a better representative of McDonald's these days, though. To be entirely
a bit more close to what their actual principles are. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a fucking argument. The dude pulls out a gun, and he goes outside. Yeah. And then this. Okay, I get it. This is fucking. Crazy.
Yeah. So they see the gun. They're like, let's take refuge in this McDonald's. I mean, like, we have no options. We'll just go in and hide.
Right.
Yeah, and they tell her to fucking like call the cops. She refuses.
Now, hey, don't send them out there when the dude just pulled a fucking gun out. I want everybody out of my store. And you better call the fucking cops. Call the cops. He pulled a gun at everyone out now.
I noticed that all these.
Wow.
Yeah,
I know this guy's like still. Yeah, but he's still standing in line. Like, I'm just waiting for my fucking quarter pounder.
Yeah, seriously, fuck.
You. He just pulled out a gun.
I'd still be ordering food.
What the hell?
I'm certainly not going outside. That's how it ends? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Man, I wonder how that concluded. Fuck. That left me in suspense. What, none of these people... Someone was filming this. They have a cell phone. They can't call the cops themselves instead of filming this?
I don't know. If you're fleeing from somebody with a gun, I don't know if you're gonna, like, record it. I feel like you're just gonna take off and, you know, find someplace safe to hide.
Yeah. This is a bit fishy. You know?
It is, but
yeah,
that's
dude,
life.
I don't know. If these people are in your store, you have a responsibility. To a certain extent, you have a responsibility that, you know, the kind thing to do would be like, all right, get around the fucking corner and shut the fuck up, calling the cops. But what a cunt.
I know.
It's not even a matter of kindness. It's just human decency.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do I have a modicum of sympathy for my fellow man? No. Get the fuck out of my store. Like, okay.
You have to wonder if maybe she was pissed because she knew she was gonna have to like file a police report or something like that. Like,
maybe.
Time for this, you know.
Yeah, that's actually like I had this friend who like had a not an altercation, but like, you know, a run-in with a cop, and he told the fucking officer, like, you know, I found this dead body like just a few minutes away, like, you should check it out. The dude's like, ugh, fine. You know, because there's like paperwork, you know, implied in that.
Sure.
Like, oh damn it, somebody died.
Fuck.
Yeah, check it out.
Man, what a pain in my ass.
Yeah. Mutiny in the chat was saying, he was saying that the white dude started the argument with them. It was another white guy apparently had the gun, and he was just fucking with them. And like they pulled out a credit card, and he said, "I don't think they take EBT." They got offended and cussed at him. White dude pushed one of the kids and claimed he hit me, and then he pulled out his gun. That's fucked up, man.
That's crazy. Yeah.
This shit.
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess we'll end the show on that note. So
yeah. Wow.
Sleep well.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you for coming on, Jeff.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, you'll find links to Jeff's YouTube channel in the video info down below on YouTube.
Yeah. On YouTube.
I had fun.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for coming on, man. It was fun.
Anyway, with all of that said, peace out.
Take it easy.
In the damn morning. Been too long since I woke myself up, snoring. I've been up worrying myself into a mess while replaying a life's worth of memories I'd rather repress. You call it life, I call it stress. If your thoughts are yours, then they must be the best. I hate being talented, but every now and then I take the time to wonder if I wasn't born with it. Would I even have purpose? Every thought I have is scandalous. My brain is chaos, ain't nobody can handle this. I see sound in four-dimensional shapes. Spend every day stuck in the planet of the apes. It's about facts, nah, it's about race. It's about gender, just ignore climate change. Abuse from my peers led to incurable rage. Now a crowded room feels a lot more like a cage. If somebody looks at me the wrong way, I think about it all day. Let that fester inside, boil in my mind. Even if your look was innocent and benign, I still wanna rip your fucking guts out. Chew them up with my mouth, shove a spike up yourself, cut your body up and leave the bits around town. I'm the clown who came to town to write this on the wall upside down.